everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pontu. Welcome back to another video. And Chantal went live for 3 hours today. I will do my best, but if I skip something or miss something, I am very sorry. Before I started recording though, I did notice that she changed the thumbnail and the title, so here's the original.
Nobody that's not racist shouldn't be that offended. It proves our point. I'm not racist. Not all white people. Then they come at minorities for saying shit. We go through fucking enough. We go through enough. We shouldn't have to educate people.
But it's not all of them.
If it wasn't, then why is Trump in office? You know who mostly voted for Trump? White women. Where are they checking those fucking bitches?
Now connected to iPhone.
Like always.
They knew it was. We go through enough. We shouldn't have to educate people.
But it's not all of them.
If it wasn't, then why is Trump in office? You know who mostly voted for Trump? White women. Where are they checking those fucking bitches that voted for Trump?
Want money, that's why. Like always.
They knew he was racist. He was telling them to their face. They're getting mad at me for saying not all white people, but mostly white people voted for Trump and the other demographics. Black people mostly voted for Kamala Harris, but we're not racist. 60% of white women voted for Trump.
I just told you why.
It doesn't. He was racist. It doesn't give a F about money. They voted for him. They're racist. They want to come at minorities, but then they don't want to fix the issue. If they cared about racism, Trump wouldn't be in office. They're coming at me. Minorities are not the problem. They are. And if they have an issue, they need to look in the mirror and fix themselves. Nobody should feel like that. They felt like that because they know. They've heard their family say racist jokes sitting at the table. They probably didn't say anything.
Well, what do you
when a minority speaks up, oh, it's no white people. Yeah. But then, here the fuck we are. I don't see white people doing dang near enough. There are all the ones that voted for Trump. Not for some stupid paycheck. Maybe yes. That wasn't, he didn't even give them. The government gave them that check for COVID. And I'm tired of hearing it. I don't have a place to live. I don't have anywhere. I'm discriminated against most of the time. Not as bad as someone who is darker skinned than me, but I do get it.
And I do see it. Don't think I don't see it.
My brother couldn't even get a job because of his hair, and people want to sit here and say it's our fault.
And they want to say it wasn't because of that. Yeah, it was. If somebody else would have stood next to them, they would have got the job.
I'm watching a lot of white people where I live walk around with those ugly-ass dreadlocks, looking like stupid idiots. That is not even their hairstyle. And are they going to get fired from their job for being unprofessional? No. But let a black person walk in there with that same hairstyle and they'll be fired. You're not professional. It pisses me off. People have to look within themselves to figure out why they feel that way and what's wrong with them. At first, you know, I don't hate all white people, but it's starting to piss me off. No one had anything to say when that girl sat on my live stream and said that black people deserved racism. I didn't even hear her, and didn't tell me until after I got off the live with her. They want to care about racism, but when people are calling me the N-word, they're dead silent. But yet, when I say something about white people, they're mad.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody makes videos. Nobody talks about how I received a rope in DoorDash telling me to harm myself, which was racist in of itself.
Well, the rope then was racist.
Nobody except a few people made videos. But yet, when I say something about white people, now all of a sudden they're mad. And I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, okay? I don't want people to get mad at my mom or get mad at me, but I'm sick and tired of hearing it. Y'all don't speak up when I'm facing racism, when people are calling me the N-word. You did speak up when people were telling Monique to do that to herself, and I had to block it. Then you sit here and say you don't see that shit when you see it. That's the problem.
They're just mad because they hate you that way. Has nothing to do with what you say.
Well, the ones that are nice to us don't hate me. It's just that I get bothered every time they think it's an attack towards them. That's what people that try to mask not being racist do. They act like they get so offended over what a minority says, but they don't do anything about it. Who's to blame for Trump being in office? White people, indigenous people, and Hispanics and Latinos. Those are the demographics of people that voted for Trump. Look it up. The only people that didn't vote for Trump, you didn't even vote at all.
I'm just kidding.
But you didn't even vote at all because you have medical issues.
I wanted to, guys, but I was too late for the online voting.
We don't have a place.
Yep, and
We don't have a place to send it to. We couldn't send it.
voted for Kamala. I forget her name.
The most demographic of people that voted for Kamala Harris was black women. Everyone else voted for Trump. And that's, yeah, she has medical issues. I'm not going to tell people unless she wants me to tell them.
I have osteoporosis.
No.
Oh. I'm telling everything I have.
But you have bladder problems.
Yeah, that too.
She can't go by bus anyways because she would pee herself.
Yeah, I have to be next to a restroom. Because of the...
She doesn't use the restroom all the time, but that's why we're at a place where we're near a restroom the whole
But
time.
if I'm not near the restroom and I need it real bad, I can't hold it. But I have, because of my thyroid problems, that's why I also have thyroid problems.
Yeah.
Osteoporosis, gallstones,
She wouldn't have been able to make it by bus because she would have peed herself.
asthma.
I didn't want to say that because then people would make fun of you for that or
Care if they make
say
fun of me.
something.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be laughing when they get to be my age and that happens.
Elderly people pee a lot.
But thank God I don't have to wear diapers and stuff.
She wouldn't have made it by bus.
I know a lot of old people wear diapers. And it's funny because I don't know how they wear their diapers and how they change in the restroom.
Laura, you have no right to talk when you were laughing about SA. So I would suggest you be quiet. When I said I got I can't say the word. Assaulted, but you know the other part. You were laughing. And I still have that screenshot. So let's not sit here and act like you're a good person, Laura. You still shouldn't even be a subscriber, but I allowed you to. And then people tried to lie and say you didn't do it when you did. And then I took a screenshot and showed it, and no one had anything to say. They were silent. So I don't know why you're sitting here as if you didn't laugh about SA. You know exactly who you are? Ashley Trevino. She always talks about SA victims, and not in a good way either. So, I never said she enjoyed it. I said that came from Space Kitten. I don't know where you got that from. It's literally in our messages. I can go pull that up. She came to me and said, okay, or they Space Kitten came to me and said Angie lied about being raped by Wilbur, her ex, who she admitted she went to meet to cheat on with my brother. And then told people she had that happen to her, which was a lie because it didn't happen. She didn't want to admit she cheated. I don't victim shame people, but I know this person. You don't know them in real life. Go meet her in real life then. You'll see. You guys never met this girl in real life to know exactly how she is in real life. You think you know her from online because she makes you believe it. She's manipulative. She's a narcissist. She acts like we're the problem. She's the problem. I have not mentioned this girl, but out of nowhere she told me she wanted Jake Paul to beat me up and she would pay him. I don't even say anything to this girl. Every now and again she attacks me.
Yeah.
For no reason. And I literally
Talking our business and my daughter's all there she goes again.
I literally repeated what Space Kitten told me in the messages. I never said that myself. I even said Space Kitten said that. And I have the messages to prove it. You're just sticking up for somebody who lied and wants somebody to be known as a rapist because they cheated. That's not right. Why should he be labeled that? Did he go to court? Did he go to jail for that? Is he convicted? Why am I going to call somebody something they're not? I'm not going to call him that.
And I do have proof that she did what she did to my son. She said it too. She said
I'm not going to call somebody that I've never met. I don't know the dude, except back and forth conversations between me, Space Kitten and him, when Space Kitten was with me, but also was having conversations with him. I'm not going to label a dude somebody that I've never met that I know doesn't have a record. And you know how I know if this is true? When we went to put her on the lease because she had $2,000 worth of damages. Space Kitten told me, Space Kitten said she had $2,000 worth of damages. And I believe that was Wilbur's cat that she threw at the wall and almost unalived. Because she was mad at him. And he said he had to take his cat to the vet because his cat almost passed away because she threw it at the wall. I was like, okay, I need to see the vet bills because, you know, I have to see proof, which some things happened and I never received it. When we went to put her on the lease, the office told us she can't go on the lease. She has $2,000. She owes $2,000 somewhere. So, why would you damage an apartment that you was not paying? Huh?
revenge.
And then you want to sit here? You want me to sit here and believe this girl when I know her in real life? I've known her since her and my brother were together in high school. This girl is a compulsive liar. When I sat in the Cabrio with her, when we were parked at her sister's house, because my brother went to go get some stuff. Mind you, her family didn't give a fuck and was eating my brother's lunches that he was supposed to take for lunch. Those weren't even their lunches. They were eating his lunches that he needed to take with him for work. How are you going to eat somebody else's food? Then, we're sitting in the Cabrio. We're sitting in the Cabrio, and here she comes, she's sitting there, and she just, all of a sudden, randomly just tells me, I know your mom lost a baby. I lost a baby when I was 16. I got hit by a car or something. And I don't know why she just told me that. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. Then I realized, every time someone says they have something happen to them, she says it happens to her. She's like the Me Too. Oh, that happened to me too. Let me tell you a story of when this happened to me. That she's trying to relate to people. It's weird. And I felt sorry for her then. But then I realized when she was having someone come to beat up my brother for a pack of cigarettes, her mom would have not allowed her to be pregnant at 16. She would have really got it. Her mom is strict. She's lying to the internet to get sympathy because she wants you guys to feel bad because she doesn't want you guys to know she's a horrible person. If she wasn't, all her family wouldn't hate her. Brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers. And every time I mention her, she leaves me a nasty message, and I'm tired of it. I want to refrain from it. But you're going to continue to keep saying I victim shamed her when I've known her most of my life. She's a compulsive liar. She's a manipulator.
It all backfires on her anyway.
It's always we're the problem, not her.
I don't think nobody goes to her right anymore.
Well, she doesn't go out anymore.
But when she does,
They didn't know they're gonna feel sorry for her. Oh, harassment and bullying on who? I'm not bullying anybody. Funny. No, I'm not gonna get that. It's because they said I bullied her. That's not bullying. If I said someone's a liar, how is that bullying? No. I shouldn't have to be censored. See, she's reporting my life because she knows it's true. At least that's why I got flagged. If I wasn't saying anything that wasn't true, it wouldn't have got flagged.
is she in there?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
She'll send me to her and then she'll write me a nasty message like she did earlier.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I believe. Leave my family out of it, or else what? You threatening me? You wanna pull up with a pew pew? You said my brother has a pew pew, but you're always threatening to shoot people. Why do you tell people that? She won't tell people that she always threatens people to pew pew them. She's the one who has the weapon.
She's the violent one.
She's the violent one. She even said she was going to jump me, and I never even talked about beating her. I never even talked about fighting her. That's the problem. She's the one that's always over here being violent with everybody, including the ones that took care of her dog when she didn't. Imagine telling people you're going to pay them $200 to watch your dog, but then you threaten to pew pew them. Because they won't give you your dog because you owe them. It's only fair, right? Mm-hmm. They have a right to hold your dog. They want their $200. You shouldn't promise stuff and then throw a tantrum and not pay them.
Which is, you just proved it again, another lie. She just wanted them to watch the dog but wasn't going to pay them.
No, she was, but she threw a tantrum. She got in one of her moods and decided she wasn't going to pay them. Then she threatened violence on them. Threatened violence on him and his family when they were just kind enough, nice people to take her dog that had nowhere to go. That's wild. I don't need to mind my own business because it is my business. And you know why it's my business? We were stuck with the damn dog because she had nowhere to take it. My brother had to pay $200 to take that dog off those people's hands to find it a home because that dog didn't have a home. You know what? It is my business when my brother has to sleep out of a car because he has to watch her cats because she has no place. So it is my business. My brother shouldn't have to do anything nice for her. What has she done for him? Call him a burden when he had his accident and almost died?
And she makes it our business. She's still making it our business.
I was tired of my brother coming with a new animal and I'm being labeled an abuser, an animal abuser. And I said, I can't say anything to him. This poor animal is not going to have anywhere to go. I'm not going to be like that to an animal. Because she continued to keep getting animals. She got Peaches. She knew she couldn't have Peaches. And I knew that was her cat. Excuse me. I even told my mom and my brother wasn't there. That's her cat.
And that she told me I didn't believe her. And she did wind up being her cat.
I already know this stuff. This girl expects us to take these animals in. And I'm an animal.
Last I checked, you needed help getting bloodstains out of your clothes. Should you really be coming up with strategies for storming temples?
Like it or not, I know the underworld and its enemies far better than you do. Try to work with me here.
Fine.
Exceptional. I'll distract the prisoners while you head straight to the monger. We can't let him escape. Once you defeat him, take him to the deepest abyss of Tartaros. You'll have to pass through the entrails of Gaia to get there.
Entrails? Never mind. Let's go. Ugly in life, ugly in death.
I can't believe you're working with that fucking daddy. Hades wants you back in Tartarus, where you belong.
Shit! Come on, bastard. Right.
You're destiny. Long enough to fight me, face. What's the matter? Idiot Tara to do your fighting for you? This time, I'll tear you to shreds! You can't kill the cult!
guess so.
You fought better the first time I killed you! Fuck you! I'm going to do to you what I wanted to do to your father.
Elpinor is waiting for your head.
Person. And I don't want those to see those animals in a situation. So I took them in.
We make a good pair. At first I was worried you wouldn't stick to the plan. But you haven't been very trusting of me.
Can you really blame me? You and the cult destroyed my life.
I understand, but tell me you see that I've changed. That I'm trying to do good in death where I failed in life. I cannot move on without your acceptance.
I've heard enough of your lies for 2 lifetimes.
I always find it satisfying to best an adversary twice, don't you?
Enough gloating, brother. You already kicked him in the pit. You want the bet?
Elpinor. What a useless pawn.
I thought you and Elpinor were working together.
Elpinor was merely a means to further along your far more interesting journey.
Any chance this means you'll teach me more about this stuff?
Patience, keeper. A few more twists are still to come along your path. I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out.
First Elpinor, now you. I'm so sick of everyone using my life for their entertainment.
It's far more than that.
What are you talking about?
You'll know soon enough.
high alert here.
Serve Hades and go to the gates. If you want me to be a servant, I'll prove it.
Achilles, Hades needs you. Go to the gates and guard them with your life. The knowledge of the gods should be useful in the underworld.
Poor animals are gonna be he's gonna have to find a home. Why are you adopting a cat? You know you couldn't have. You adopted a cat for us to have to find a home for it. The shelter could have found a home where the cat could have went to a home that could have took it. No, you put the cat into our home so it could go to another home. And where did it go? Right back to her. And where that cat gonna go? We don't know. Outside in the cage at night? Locked up in a cage right outside her house? Because that's what her mom did? Threw her cats outside? Mind you, the first time we ever got her cats was because her mom put her cats outside and it was thundering and lightning and it was raining. Took them in. Poor animals are gonna be he's gonna have to find a home. Why are you adopting a cat? You know you couldn't have. You adopted a cat for us to have to find a home for it. The shelter could have found a home where the cat could have went to a home that could have took it. No, you put the cat into our home so it could go to another home. And where did it go? Right back to her. And where that cat gonna go? We don't know. Outside in the cage at night? Locked up in a cage right outside her house? Because that's what her mom did? Threw her cats outside? Mind you, the first time we ever got her cats was because her mom put her cats outside and it was thundering and lightning and it was raining.
She mentioned to me something about, I have the cat. And I said, yeah, I gotta live with that every day knowing that you have a cat that will wind up dead or abused. That's exactly
she
what I said.
She kicked and she hit her cats. My brother witnessed it. That's why he called animal control. He was mad one time. And then he felt bad. And I said, why should you feel bad? You're trying to make sure those animals are well cared for. No, but none of y'all dang near care. We were the ones feeding her cats because she wasn't feeding it. I wasn't. My mom was. I got pissed off because I said, why should I have to take care of someone else's pets? Because if I do that, they're going to get comfortable enough to make us take care of more pets. They're going to be like, oh, well, they took care of my cats. Let me get another one so they can take care of it. No one has anything to say. No one has anything to say. They don't tell that girl anything. She never has to hold responsibility for half of the stuff she does. She gets away without being held accountable for things. She went to court.
Sorry, are you done?
Yeah. She went to court and lied and told the judge she was working with kids when she was working for security. You have the whole audacity to go to court and lie under oath. What's wrong with you?
I wonder how come they didn't notice the courts.
They don't look into it, what job you have. She just told them she worked with kids. They have to go what her word says, even if you lie under oath. They're not going to check to see where you work. She didn't have to provide where she worked. It was just a restraining order. Which, mind you, she was under investigation for touching the students. So I was concerned because I was like, why is she working with kids again if she's under investigation for touching students? I was going to say something to the judge, but then I said, we're not here for that.
Yeah. He would have told you that. The judge would have said, we're not here for that.
It's a she.
Or she would have said, I'm not here for that, man.
Yeah, because it was about a restraining order. The cop advised me to get. Mind you, if she wasn't a bad person, why was the cop telling me to get a restraining order? And the only reason why she went and filed a restraining order on my brother is because she wanted to make it look like he was doing something to her. And she also wrote in her restraining order that she was afraid he was going to unalive her. She lied and said he had a weapon. I saw what she put in her restraining order. The lady was even shocked because I don't know if there's like a thing where they ask you if you have any weapons, if any weapons were involved, but she literally showed us because she found it odd when my brother said no, and then that's when she had wrote it down. She lied. She legit lied. You ain't in fear of your life. If you was in fear of your life, why were you chasing someone down for a Mustang you never owned, driving erratically, with your boyfriend at the time?
And going after my son, you and your ex, I don't know if you're...
They were using their car as a weapon. That was a weapon. But she's in fear of her life. No, but they were literally chasing him down.
Yep.
Because he was minding his business, making money. And here they come. Excuse me, they saw him, and the guy turned around and started chasing him.
Yeah, but they're in fear of their lives.
And he didn't even engage with them. He said that's the car, and he ignored it. He didn't even cause them to do anything. They turned around and started chasing him down. The guy kept talking tough, saying he was going to beat him up. That guy ain't nothing but a POS, a piece of...
How funny is it for you to say you're afraid of somebody, but you're chasing after them? Doesn't make sense to me.
All the time she lied to my brother, saying, oh, they doxed me. They're sending people to my house, and this was before anybody knew where she lived. Because we were getting doxed. We were having people sent to our house. Oh, so now it has to happen to her too. Nobody was there. And then threatening me, telling me, if you talk about my family one more time, what are you gonna do? You're already a shitty person.
I'll keep a sharp watch here.
yet people don't see that because they see someone who portrays themselves as a good person online. That's what you see online. You don't see what I see in person. And I didn't do anything to her. I didn't do anything to her.
No, they see it online too.
When Space Kitten, Space Kitten came to me with all of that stuff, I literally was still like, I was, you know, I tried telling people. She said, you were right. You tried telling me. You tried telling me and I didn't listen. I'm not even going to say her other family business either because it's bad what I received. And I still have those messages. Mind you, people started showing up to her house. That's why her sister had to change her schedule at work because it was no longer safe for the kids to go there because someone showed up. Recently, like last year or this year, I think. So much has happened, I don't even... It might have been this year.
It was when you guys took her to court.
No, I think it was before then, maybe. I
don't know.
When we were getting ready to take her to court, I think. Yeah.
I mean, when she took you guys to court.
When we were... She didn't take me to court. She filed a restraining order on him, not on me.
Okay.
She didn't know I was filing a restraining order on her. The police advised me to.
Yeah.
After what he saw, he said you should get a restraining order too because if his goes through, you need one, but because she'll still be able to come around and mess with you. Because if you both get a restraining order, she won't be able to come around. And that was when we showed him and we told him about when she said she stole my phone and smashed it. And I was still trying to be like, well, maybe she didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I still didn't want to be rude. I could have. But I said, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. And what happened? It was a good thing I did because she did tell everyone. Nobody called her a thief. She wasn't paying that phone bill. So why did she have the right to damage someone's property? Even if he decided to give me that phone or they did because it was a free line, I kept up the phone bill as best as I could. Yeah. Because she didn't even have the audacity to say, hey, I can't pay it anymore. She let it pile up so I can't pay it. That's irresponsible. What kind of adult does that?
Go to the gates and protect the people the way you do best.
Yeah. Instead of saying I'm sorry, if you want to continue phone storage, you have to pay for it.
I would have gladly taken the phone bill up.
Yeah.
She wants to lie to people and say she slept in her room all day. She never did nothing. What was she doing when she quit her job?
Nothing.
She was laying in the bed all day, wasn't she?
Yep. And I wasn't.
She lived with us.
I wasn't expecting her to come clean my house or do anything.
But when you live with someone. When you live with someone's parents, shouldn't you at least offer to help pay their bills? Did she offer to help pay your bills? So she was expecting to live rent-free.
But at least clean the room you sleep in, which she never did.
Yeah, there was her empty cans. Or her empty big old cups of Coke she never finished.
And some of half empty that I would go in there and have to throw.
Man.
Soda cans, snack papers.
That room was so bad, no wonder why we had roaches. That's partially the reason.
And they want to say it was us. I have photos of a very nice clean.
No, because she took a picture of that dirty bed, his black bed, but she was sleeping in that bed. So I don't know why she took that photo showing people she was the one sleeping in it. And you know why she's used to sleeping in it? Because her bed's the exact same way.
Yeah.
And it's not because of you know,
and
it's because of her cats pissing and shitting on her bed.
No, The bed was black because my son, when he's tired, he just goes to bed with his shoes on.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with him being dirty, so don't go there.
We also live in a desert, so everything gets dusty.
So he just plops in bed.
Her bed is black and dirty because the cats pissed and shit on it.
Yeah.
Her whole bedroom is the kitty litter box. She doesn't. That's why her parents don't want her there, because she doesn't know how to clean up after them.
I don't know if some of the stuff in that bedroom was my son's. I'll agree to that, but he was.
I know what was his because he doesn't drink Dr. Pepper. She's the one who loves Dr. Pepper. The only thing that was his stuff was Takis, because he eats Takis.
Yeah. No, but I was gonna say, but he's the one that always would come out with bags of trash and start throwing it. And then he told me one time that I called him to see how he was doing when he was staying with her over. They had a room, and I said, "What are you doing, son?" He said, "I'm cleaning." I go, "I hope she's helping you."
Fuck.
And he said, "Yeah, Mom." Then come to find out she never did anything because we went to go to her room to watch her cats because she had to go to the hospital, and he walks in with a bunch of trash all over and starts picking it up. And I'm all like, she don't clean. And I'm watching.
If he didn't clean, what happens when there's trash in his car? What does he tell us to do?
Pick it up and throw it.
Does he allow us to leave a trash car?
No.
Okay, so why would he leave his room like that?
Hey, Bobby! How you doing?
And people love to defend someone they don't know. You literally don't know that. You don't know her. You've never met her in person. So why are you sitting here literally defending someone you've never talked to face to face? I've never had an issue with that girl. I've never had an issue with that girl until she started talking shit on me for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. We kept quiet. We never said anything until she came to us. And the only reason...
No, she went online and started talking shit, and that pissed me off.
The only reason I had issue with her and my messages is because I went and told her, "You better leave my daughter alone already. I have rights." And then she started saying all kinds of stuff about me. And then I said... And then I said something else to her.
I think it was the Backstreet Boys concert. I didn't even know I was going, and my brother said, "Do you want to go?" And I said, "Sure." So I get in the bath right to get ready because obviously I need to get ready to go. And he was like, "What are you doing? We gotta go." So I get out. Here she is telling Space Kitten that I smell, lying. And I said, "I just got out of the bath. What the heck?" Like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And then I went and I was going to say something. She goes, "Yeah, I cheated on you, son. So what?" And I go, "I wasn't even going to tell you that. You're the one that told on your own self."
Well, she was lying, so.
I started laughing at that one.
She did. She lied. Everything she told Space Kitten, she lied about because Space Kitten told me. Space Kitten said you were right about her. Because Space Kitten sent me everything that she lied about and told me more stuff about her family. If I had another device, I could read you all the messages. Actually, I do have another device. Hold on. My laptop. I can connect it. Hotspot for a little bit. Let me... I think if it still has some charge.
Hey, man. Hey!
If not, I'll probably turn the car on and plug it in. I can go back to those messages. They're not gone. I will read them to you.
Bubbies, listen. I can tame them. Bubba. I
Some
can
of you guys
tame
talk
him,
about my dead
but I
baby
can't
sister
bring
like
him
that
back to
account
the
that said
good world.
Sophia's dead sister. And I'm supposed to sit here and not say anything? I'm supposed to just smile and take it. I'm not gonna let anyone talk about my mother any kind of way. And I'm tired of being policed and saying that I can't say this and that when white people come
now
to
you wanna
my
run.
page.
Get over here.
Yeah, but again, babies, children, family is off limits. People have already said that. I know they want to get me mad, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna say something about my mother, I'm not gonna let people talk about my mom that way.
Stop running.
I'm going to defend my mother. Imagine if I just sit here and didn't say anything and let them talk about my mom like that. What kind of a child would I be? And on top of that, a lot of these people, it's just insane.
Yeah.
What does me having a 7th grade reading level have to do with what I just said? You're mad that I told something that was true? It bothered you because you're not putting in the work to do anything? Some of y'all literally condone this stuff. Like when I talk about white tea, racist white tea people, why are you always talking about white people? When racist white tea women came to my page and said I'm jealous of white women, when I'm clearly mixed. My ethnicity is Hispanic and my race is black.
The hardest part of being a traveling merchant is all the travel. I mean, you have to find a place to sleep. I came across a bandit camp, and they let me stay there. Even shared their wine with me.
But then they robbed you, because they are bandits.
I figured if I was giving them the money to stay in the camp, they wouldn't take my money. It made sense at the time, I think. No more drinking wine at bandit camps.
So you want me to take it from the bandits?
By Zeus, you do that for me?
The gods are smiling on you. I've already done it.
I owe you more than gratitude, Misthios. Please, take this.
Happy to help.
Run, motherfucker. That's right. No more drinking at bandit cans.
Because my father is black. And people literally were telling me, well, we need to see the DNA test when race is not based off of DNA. It's based off of phenotypes. So even if you was to see a DNA test, that still does not disqualify me as being black. And some of y'all are very uneducated when you talk about this stuff. And I've had a lot of, when I did that trend with the filter, which was the Tim Burton filter, literally, there were people in the comment section making fun of my looks, which pertains to my phenotypes, which pertains to my race, and someone called it out for what it is and said, a lot of y'all in this comment section are racist. They were being racist towards me. And a lot of the white women come in my comment section talking ish about me. There was white women earlier because there was a guy that made a video on Instagram talking about black fathers are inactive, literally making a joke because there was a man, he was black, he said, what's one thing that you can identify a white person by or something like that. He was making a little joke, you know. This guy stitched a video and had his kids say, Daddy, basically insinuating that this man does not take care of his children because he's black. And I said the most inactive fathers in a child's life is a white man. People got mad. That comment went viral because they didn't like what I said. Then I had two white women in my comment section. One said that my children are going to be fatherless if I date a black man. It is true. Because one girl tried to tell me 75% of black men are inactive. How is that possible when there's only 14% of black men in the world? If there's only 14% of black men, where do you get 75% from? How can that be possible? The math is not mathing. I didn't say it's true because I said it's true. Research, Google. You don't have to take what I say. It's not because I said so. Like, when you come with debates, you can't debate like that.
Come on.
75, there is not 75% of black men. How is that possible? Read what you just said. Read it again. That makes no sense. You can't take 75% of 14. If there's only 14% of black men, how is there 75%? There's not more black men than there are white men. You're just literally saying that right now. And who do you think holds... Okay, let's go about it this way. Who do you think holds the power to oppress people?
Yeah, a little bit of
white people, because there's more white people than there are minorities. Hello? If there's more white men than black men, who do you think is going to be the most inactive in a child's life? If there's more white men than black men, tell me who? White men, because there's more of them than there are black men. It is literally a stereotype placed upon black men to say that black men are not active in a child's life. These two white women proceeded to try to sound dumb by saying, oh, no, it's 75%, because, whatever. And one person had the nerve to say that my non-existent children that I haven't even had yet are going to be fatherless. And why would you come to that conclusion that my children are going to be fatherless because I possibly their father might be black? You just literally proved the stereotype. When I Googled it, because clearly Google is a thing, we are not going to talk about articles that were published in 2014. So if you're going to pull up articles like some people have, do not show me an article from 2014. Do you think that research is still valid today when we're in 2024? No, it's not. It's like saying, it's like bringing up old articles and trying to prove a point. That article is not going to stand the test of time from 2014. And is it a credible source? Is it a .org and not a .com? What are we doing?
Article.
Who wrote the article?
Probably is.
How is that possible when there is only 14% of black men? So how are they the most inactive in a child's life when there's more white men than there are black men? Do you see how that sounds? It's a stereotype. He was stereotyping black men. That was his whole video, was to rage bait people, to have this discussion. And people were, and they were like, it isn't about race. Why did you make it about race? I didn't make it about race. He did. Hey, Ricky. And that white lady literally said that my non-existent children were going to be fatherless because I possibly am going to date a black man. That's crazy. They're gonna be fatherless because they date a black man. That's a very harmful stereotype towards black men, and she should have never talked about my non-existent children. It's weird how people can get away with talking about people's children they haven't even had yet. They said that because of comment that I said that white men are the most inactive people in a child's life, and they got at me that because they were stereotyping black men, because this guy stereotyped black men and made a joke which pertained to race, and then they said, why are you making this? He made it about race. He literally put that stereotype against black men on black men, and they didn't even do anything. The guy just wanted lighthearted jokes, and here comes this guy trying to rage bait and stir up stuff in the comment section on Instagram. So then a lot of white men started attacking me They called me fat. They called me ugly. They called me every name in the book. And literally that has nothing to do with my statement. What if the shoe fits, wear it. This is not a personal attack to some of those men that do take care of their children. I'm not saying all white men, but again, the statistics are there. Well, first of all, I didn't call them ugly, and I didn't call them fat. I don't have to resort to being a bigot I have to resort to being a bigot. That's the difference. I didn't call them fat or ugly. I didn't say anything bigoted towards them, but they didn't have to be fat-phobic towards me. What is being fat-phobic towards me trying to prove? You can't do that in a debate. My mom's fine. But imagine, my mom is fine. Imagine being in a debate, right? Because debaters go based off of facts and based off of websites and things like that. You can't go in a debate and be like, I'm not white. My dad's black. My race is black. My ethnicity is Hispanic. Because there are more white people than there are minorities. Saying there's 75% of 14 black men makes no sense. The math is not mathing. How do you take 75% out of 14 when 14 is lower than 75%? It's not hatred towards white people. I don't have hatred towards white people. That's not the case. But a lot of y'all prove to be racist time and time again. I've had a lot of racist white people in my DMs. We all bleed the same. That like saying, no, we don't all bleed the same. You cannot take 75% of black men out of 14 because there's not 75% of black men. You're saying there's more black men than there is white men. That makes no sense. In math, you can take 75% out of 14, but it's not going to make sense when we're pertaining it to people. If there's only 14% of black men in the world, how are you saying you can take 75% of black men out of 14% of black men? You can't get 75% of black men because there's not 75% of black men. It does not make sense. Oh, someone calling me the R word and then calling me the N word and also that's crazy. I'm the R word because I'm literally telling people. I hope I didn't send it to anyone. Thank you for sharing. You have 1K shares. 75% of the 14, that does not make any sense. She was literally saying, she didn't say there was 14% of black men. I said that. She was saying 75% of black men are inactive. She didn't mention 14 out of the 14. She said there was 75% of black men. How is there 75% of black men when there is not even 75% of black men? She was just saying things that made no sense because they are using a stereotype. A lot of these people, and a lot of them, have grown up in households that have pushed the stereotype upon them. That's why they're inherently racist from the time they grow up till the time from the time they're born till the time they grow up. Is what they see on TV, is what's pushed in the media, it's ads, it's all of this stuff. People have grown up in racist households, they just have to unlearn that. It's a stereotype. Again, 75% of black men means black people, black men. There is not 75% of black men in the world. Use your common sense. How is that logical? You already heard the song. That does not make any sense. Again, 75% of anything is people. When you're doing a poll, right? Let's say we're gonna poll 100 women, 100% of women. Try to pull every woman in the world, which you probably couldn't do that. But let's say you could pull every woman in the world. We're going to pull every woman in the world and does pineapple go on pizza? Let's do that one, right? And 50%, or let's say,
Thanks for looking.
75% say pizza is bad or whatever, right? Pizza, or that pineapple should go on pizza, okay? Then you have to have another 25% because, right? Yeah. You have to have 20. You can't be half and half. That's the thing. If my mom was white, right, which my ethnicity is Hispanic and my dad is black,